what is like when you said earlier that you have no personal grievance or
Yeah.
or beef with Barrow, but
Mm-hmm.
now here you are
Yeah.
consistently. You have written some opinions on your Facebook page.
Yeah.
One is about gossip and leadership are
Yeah.
incompatible. You
Yeah.
wrote that piece on your Facebook wall. It's a
Yeah.
long piece. And then you went again and wrote about the term limit and then about Ecowas and the fact that Yahya Jammeh too. Okay, the issue of Yahya Jammeh is a
Mhm.
different ball game.
Yeah.
But again, it's also coming into our system because we've seen
Okay.
there are moves or attempts by ECOWAS to have him prosecuted, which is also controversial.
Yeah.
Now, what is your main reason for not supporting Barrow's third term bid?
You see, Mr. Balde, thank you for the question. You see, this thing I wrote about gossiping, about administration, the records are there. In 2003, I sent the same letter. By then, I was even an ambassador. In May, I sent it. In June, I was recalled. You see, the records are there. The files are there. Let them not deny it. The late Daba Marena, and at that time, Abdullah Kujabi also were there with this NIA and all that. They saw the letter. I still memorize the facts, and I keep on saying it. The facts of the office of the president at that time was 227-034. Mrs. Judith Johnson. You see, Mr. Balde, me, I don't belong to those people who will shy of saying, oh, no, I did this, I did. The records are there. I wrote this. And if you go to my Facebook, I don't know when you started following me, but about this West Africa thing, even on GRTS, when we were doing the World Today with Demba Ali Jawo, the analysis I was doing about West Africa, the forces of chaos, the instabilities of West Africa, this has been Essa Bokar Sy for the past 20 years plus. It is that. It is not today that I started writing. Some people, what brought them around me is because, you know, there are people who, Gambia, we have those who understand, those who pretend to understand, and those who don't understand. And if you pretend to understand and you don't understand, you still want to compete the ones who understand, you are left as a victim of confusion. Okay, why are you talking? Because you just want to talk. That is not safe for the president. Because you may end up touching individuals who will come and reveal things that the presidency would not even want them to reveal. If you are a supporter, you have the right. This is democracy. I like the arguments online. What I don't like is people who don't even know what they are talking about. They don't even know Essa Bokar Sy. And then they will just come and start saying, you were quiet all along. I have seen somebody who was, every time you write, that's all they write. I laugh. I said, you see, these people don't understand. And let them understand one thing. I wish I could meet them on a podium. I am not the one who will meet them and bow down. Oh, yeah. No, I don't care. Let them say whatever they want to say. The facts are there to prove to them that they are the ones who are making up stories, but Essa was saying these things. And now let's continue again, because you brought me back to my postings on Facebook. About the president, why don't I support his third term? Mr. Balde, 2017, everybody knew who Essa Bokar Sy was. You said you were watching me, isn't it? Yahya Jammeh is a friend. I call him a friend because I
Still
don't
now?
remember when. No. I will, even if they were to jail him 200 years, I will never say that he was not my friend. That will be hypocrisy. I know Yaya. We were in the same room. Did I spare him? Who is the first person in this world to appoint me as an ambassador? Did I spare Yahya Jammeh? I did not. Everybody knew what I was doing. Okay? Yahya Jammeh said in 2017, he accepted. Then he came back, 2016, he came back and said he refuses. Now he wants to contest the election results. Was it not the same 1997 constitution that he was using to lean on and wanted it to be taken to parliament? We remember his lawyers, Mr. Edu Gomez and others. We remember all that. There are people today in that parliament, in that government, who were supporting Yahya for him to prolong his stay. He refused, but he never said, I'm refusing the votes, I'm refusing the vote count, I'm refusing the results, and anybody who says something about it, I'm going to kill you. He did not say that. He said, I don't want to accept the results anymore. He wanted to organize it, take it to parliament, it will be placed, they will argue it so that he will justify to extend his rule until May 2017, and then we go back to election, according to what he said. If he's won again, he will go. If he's not won, he will continue. Was he not using the same 1997 constitution that we are using today to justify a third term?
Mm-hmm.
He was. So this is a question of principle. Some people, they don't, you see, what is dangerous for a republic, Mr. Balde, is where people believe that I have to stand by the president, like the French would, could, whatever he does, I will stand by him. I was not fired by Yahya Jammeh. No. People wrote, Essa Bokar Sy is fired. He's tired. Washington Post, United States of America, wrote, the archives are there, they said, it's a diplomatic row, but Essa Bokar Sy was not fired. It is in the archives of the Washington Post. You think Washington Post will appease with Essa Bokar Sy trying to please me? Washington Post? No. Daily Observer, they wrote, Essa Bokar Sy was recalled for undisclosed reasons.
Did you come?
I'm coming to that. Okay. Now, is it a matter of force if you are recalled to go back? Am I to be forced to go back?
Then I have no idea.
Exactly. Now, the thing is, I did not come because there are other precipitants. I have said it. Look, people have been following me over the years sometimes. Let them be fair to themselves and fear Allah. I have said this. The case in San Antonio, the case of fake dollar notes, all this stuff combined. Okay? Those are things that I believe are incompatible with the principles that govern my character. I cannot continue serving under him. I chose to stay in the United States. Don't I have the right to do that? Mm-hmm. Exactly. So this is why, if I did not spare Yahya, the one who appointed me as an ambassador, and I heard the same story, Yahya Jammeh took him out of the job. Essa Bokar Sy is angry, going after Yahya Jammeh. You see, because there are people in the Gambia, they are so much fixated, so much feverish about Palace. Palace is a big problem in the Gambia. Anybody who asks or says something, the first justification is Essa Bokar Sy is angry, he's disgruntled. You know, when you are playing with a spongy verbiage of words and you don't know the etymological background of these words, you don't know the meaning of these words, they are cross-pollination in the garden of confusion. That's what I call it. They will always use the same words. Look at the internet. You don't see creativity in most quarters. They will always use the same words around. Disgruntled, angry, disappointed. He is an intellectual hypocrite. He is an opportunist because he doesn't have the job. These are the same spongy verbiage they use in the garden of confusion where the cross-pollination is tongues and lungs. This is the problem. But I am against that because I was against that with Yahya Jammeh. I cannot accept that. Wallahi, I swear on the Holy Quran, people are alive in the Gambia. Go and ask them whether Essa Bokar Sy wanted to stay in that OIC simply because I did not want to go against the president. No, the records are there. Okay. I don't agree. He cannot go on third term if it is about the principle of national interest and stability. He can go on third term, fourth term, fifth term, 100th term, if it is about the 1997 constitution. My point of contention is, then why did we deny Yahya Jammeh that? Why?
But Jammeh was not denied third term. It is the Gambian who voted.
I am telling you, no. You are not quoting me right. I said,
Hmm.
let me make myself clear.
Hmm.
I never said anybody denied Yahya Jammeh the third term. He said, earlier on, did you listen to what I said? Yahya Jammeh denied the results. He said he does not accept the results, isn't it?
Okay.
He came back. Sorry, he first accepted the results. Look, the videos are there. When he was laughing, telling him, don't play with security, which I agree with Yahya Jammeh 100%. I will not sit here and say Yahya Jammeh was the worst person in the world. He has not done anything correct, got anything good. I will not say that. And I have been on record when I used to say the good things he did. I said even when the heated days of what they call the impasse, I told people, the records are there. Yahya Jammeh brought GRTS with the help of Makhtar Silla and Samuel Sarr. He's the one who built the Caravan Bridge. I said that. But that does not mean when there are killings, there are abductions, there are things that people are accused of, I will come and clap for you. And that was my friend. So this is not about Yahya, Isa, Barrow, Isa. It is about Gambia. Okay? So now, if Yahya Jammeh wanted to use the 1997 constitution and said, I accepted the results, but now I deny the result. Let me ask you one thing. I know I shouldn't be asking you questions. Don't a president or a candidate have the right to refuse results?
Yes.
Even after accepting them?
Yes.
When he did that, he was leaning on that very constitution. He called the people are alive. Edu Gomez is there. Other people are there. Some are in this government today. They were the ones championing it to be taken to the National Assembly to justify that it will be passed as a motion so that Yahya will stay for prolong his stay until May. Yahya was asking for an extension of 5 months. The incumbent is asking for an extension of 5 years, which is longer.
The incumbent.
Exactly.
Sorry,
So this is what I'm saying. The case of Yahya Jammeh
the
being taken to
president.
court, I am not talking about that because that is TRRC. That's crimes the person is accused of and has to go to a court of law. But the justification, people have to separate now Yahya Jammeh going to court for what he is accused of, and Yahya Jammeh as a former president who was trying to use the 1997 constitution to justify to prolong his power, and the Gambians refuse him that. So why would we accept it today for somebody else to tell us that, even though there are no term limits in the constitution? But I gave an argument the other day. President Obama, Mr. Balde, President Obama, we all know he's very popular up to today. When he finished his 8 years, Donald Trump came. There are people who approached Obama and told him that the US law does not prohibit him from coming back. He said he will not come back, even if the law does not. Yeah. So some people are telling us on televisions today, oh, it's between justice and morality. This is not a question of morality and justice. It's a question of principle. That is where the onus lies. Principle. It's not morality and justice. No. If it is about morality, you cannot bring the law and bring morality. But even in the law, when you go to a court of law, don't people finally ask a judge to tamper mercy with justice? Don't they do that?
Mm-hmm.
To tamper justice with mercy, don't they do that?
Yeah.
Is that not morality?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't agree to the incumbent going for a third term or to be re-elected, but I cannot force him not to. That very law that they are referring to is the same law Yahya Abdul Aziz Jamus Junkung Jammeh was referring to extend his rule until May 2017. But the Gambian said no. Why? Because it is uncertainty and instability that are intertwined. We saw the interests of the Republic. We told him, Yahya, no. So let us still continue to save the Gambia. Because the incumbent should know one thing. If he steps down, he will be remembered as one of the best presidents in Africa. If democracy is to be monetized, if democracy is to be transformed into a business industry, if democracy is to be transformed into an interest-driven, entity, then people will not have morality. They will only be after interest to make money. And then anybody who speaks, you become somebody attached to those. Oh, Essa Bokar Sy, he was on Ibrahim Balde's show. I will show him. I will reply to him. You are an intellectual hypocrite. You were at OIC. You did not talk. This and that and that. You think you are defending the president. I can swear to the Quran that none of those people loves Adam Barrow more than I do. They don't love more than Yahya Jammeh I do. They don't love former President Jawara than I do. They don't love the Gambia more than I do. If you love your friend, your brother, tell them the truth at the time when it is needed.
Because you mentioned Yahya Jammeh and you said you are very honest to say the good thing that he has done. And today, even if he was to be jailed, like you said, in your words, 200 years, you will still say that you don't hate him. Okay.
Of course.
Yeah. Jammeh, since he left power in 2017 and went on a self-imposed exile, he has been making audios about coming back. The last audio, which was like almost 30 minutes, was sharper and contained a lot of coded language to an extent that it seems he is very comfortable in terms of the way he is projecting himself about the Gambia, and that instead of being jailed, he's going to jail people, let people not run away. You haven't known him all this while because you are in the stand-up with him, and the fact that also, like you said, he was the first president to appoint to ambassador, and then he left power, well, reluctantly because he thought he was cheated or the election was rigged. Now, what do you think about the prospect of Jammeh's eventual return to Gambia or his eventual return to power? Like in the case of the US now, no one was thinking that the present president was going to bounce back like it is. So it was a political tsunami. You think there'll be anything like political tsunami in the Gambia? Are you ruling it out? Or you think it is just a mere, imagination, something that is not possible in the Gambia?
Well, I will answer you following the first lane I follow is my life, is faith in Allah. Yeah, because in everything I say, He is the beginning and the end of it, Alpha and Omega. Mm-hmm. So I am not going to stand here and start predicting things without first recognizing the reflective consciousness of the existence of Allah in me. That's what I want to begin with. Now, I had the audio. There are people, I won't mention names, who wrote articles in the Gambia, and they sent those articles to me to look at them and edit because they wanted to publish them to speak about Jammeh's audio. You know why I did not speak when Jammeh made the audio?
No.
It's the same reason why I did not go to the TRRC. I don't want to mention names here, but one of the top rankers of the TRRC. Huh?
You didn't go to TRRC?
No. I will tell you why.
No, I don't know.
I'll tell you why. There was one of the top rankers who came to my office, very close to my father, a highly respected individual. Okay, the individual told me the best thing that I could do is to go on the TRRC the day that Edward Singate was to come. I replied, I said, I will not. And the individual said, why? I said, I have spoken all I should have said about Jammeh. Some people were denying me, like today, castigating some of us, castigating the late brother, may Allah have mercy on him, Pandirimbai. I told him that I want them to get the proofs from an independent party, not Essa Bokar Sy, the one they used to hear. Let them listen to others. Or people wanted me to come there and do analysis as whatever they call. I don't believe in expertise anyway, because I write poems and tease expertise. I don't believe in expertise, but I believe in experience. I told the person, I'm not coming. I don't want to be like, you see me, I'm the Essa Bokar Sy who used to talk about Yahya Jammeh. This is what I was telling you. That is not a serious way a professional should behave. I said what I have to say. I wrote what I had to write about Jammeh. Now it is TRRC that is doing their investigations and recommendations. They are not a law. They are not a court of law. Okay? I told some people in the Gambia, I told them, look, somebody was telling me, Essa, I don't hear you say anything about Jammeh anymore. The same thing about what they're saying about Barrow. I said, Jammeh's case was a mission, and Jammeh thought I was his enemy. I'm not his enemy. I was giving him a very raw, bold, harsh advice. Sometimes, as a human being, there were times that I would say things that I wouldn't have said today because I was so much unhappy with him that, look, my brother, you are not seeing, you are destroying yourself. That's why I was talking to Yahya Jammeh in that way. Because the people around you, they are only after their interest. Now, those people who are around Jammeh today, are they around him today? This is exactly why. That's why I did not speak on this audio. When people brought the audio, I listened to the audio, I laughed. I know Jammeh. I will tell you one thing, Mr. Balde.
So will he come back to power, you think?
No, I cannot. This is why I said I begin with the reflective consciousness of the existence of Allah in me. I cannot say whether he will come back or not, but I can tell you one thing.
Go ahead.
People asked me one time, they said, Jammeh, Essa Bokar Sy, you know him. Maneko, and he knows me too. It's not a one way, it's a two way. Okay? I said, Yahya Jammeh, the one I know, will never come to TRRC. I said that to people. They did not. And I told some people that Edward Singate will come to the TRRC, attend it, answer questions, go out of the Gambia, and he'll not be arrested. And those people denied me. One of them is a well-known tailor. I told them we will see. Everything I told them happened. So, you know, the car has an odometer.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be open-minded. If you are positive-minded that Yahya will not do anything, you may be disappointed. If you are positive that Yahya is coming back, you may be disappointed. Just be the odometer of a car. Let the needle be from here to here, from here to here, and then watch what's going to happen. I'm not going to say Yahya will come. I will not say Yahya will not come.
But he's possible. Anything is possible.
That's why I said you have to have an open mind.
But that's scary for those who
think that Jammeh is not part of it. Back. It's not, you know, when I say this, Yahya, well, he said it in the audio that I am coming. Yeah. But didn't we hear similar audios when Laurent Gbagbo was in jail and Blé Goudé in Ivory Coast? Didn't we hear that? You see, a man, especially if you're a trained fighter, you don't sit down and sing lullaby for yourself and say, no, little happen. There is an old man, a highly educated man, my late father, Alhaji Isa Jigo. He said, o repanidum, kadi mijo don so repidum. That's a Fulani language. He said, you dare not. He said, why not you apply your brakes and say, what about if he dares? And protect yourself. That's the way a fighter thinks. That's what they call anticipatory intelligence. I don't belong to the category of people saying, you will not do this, he will not do this. No. But is the audio legal? I don't think it is legal. Because the contents of the audio also, I don't know what motivated him. I don't know why he did it. But if I were him, I would not do it when I have a case looming above my head.
What do you mean? I don't understand what you mean by whether it's legal. Or
no, the contents of the contents,
Jammeh himself?
No, the contents of the audio, what he said in the audio is not legal.
How do you mean?
It's not friendly to law. Yeah, because you have a court case looming above you. If you say things that will compound the evidence being gathered against you, it's not good, isn't it?
Yeah, but let me come.
But let me come. Okay. Now, but if he is doing it on his own, I cannot tell you why he did it. I'm not in Yahya Jammeh's mind. I'm giving you analysis, professional analysis, what law accepts and what law does not accept. And I don't think anybody who has a case above you would make a case, an audio like that and expect the people prepare your case file to appreciate that audio. They will not. That's what I mean.
Okay.
So, you know, the car has an odometer.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be open-minded. If you are positive-minded that Yahya will not do anything, you may be disappointed. If you are positive that Yahya is coming back, you may be disappointed. Just be the odometer of a car. Let the needle be from here to here, from here to here, and then watch what's going to happen. I'm not going to say Yahya will come. I will not say Yahya will not come.
But he's possible. Anything is possible.
That's why I said you have to have an open mind.
But that's scary for those who
No,
think
the
that Jammeh is
scary
not
part of
coming
it,
back.
it's not, when I say this, Yahya, well, he said it in the audio that I am coming. Yeah. But didn't we hear similar audios when Laurent Gbagbo was in jail and Blé Goudé in Ivory Coast? Didn't we hear that? You see, a man, especially if you're a trained fighter, you don't sit down and sing lullaby for yourself and say, no, little happen. There is an old man, a highly educated man, my late father, Alhaji Isa Jigo. He said, o repanidum, kadi mijo don so repidum. That's a Fulani language. He said, you dare not, you dare not, you dare not. He said, why not you apply your brakes and say, what about if he dares? And protect yourself. That's the way a fighter thinks. That's what they call anticipatory intelligence. I don't belong to the category of people saying, you will not do this, he will not do this. No. But is the audio legal? I don't think it is legal. Because the contents of the audio also, I don't know what motivated him. I don't know why he did it. But if I were him, I would not do it when I have a case looming above my head.
What do you mean?
But
I don't understand what you mean by whether it's legal. Or
no,
you mean to say whether it's
contents of the
authentic, whether it's
contents.
Jammeh himself?
No, the contents of the audio, what he said in the audio, is not legal.
How do you mean?
It's not friendly to law. Yeah, because you have a court case looming above you. If you say things that will compound the evidence being gathered against you, it's not good, isn't it?
Yeah, but let me come to
But
that.
let me come.
Okay.
Now, but if he is doing it on his own, I cannot tell you why he did it. I'm not in Yahya Jammeh's mind. I'm giving you analysis, professional analysis, what law accepts and what law does not accept. And I don't think anybody who has a case above you would make a case, an audio like that, and expect the people prepare your case file to appreciate that audio. They will not. That's what I mean.
Okay. Now, when you talk about the prosecution of Jammeh, you think that will ever happen? Recently, a lawyer, a respected human rights lawyer, who is, I think, based here in New York, was talking about the USID freeze is going to impact or hamstring efforts to prosecute Jammeh. And then there is no budget set aside to do that. We know this thing requires a lot of time and financial muscle. You think Ecowas is going to put together funds, as soon as possible to have Jammeh, prosecuted, if that is what people are thinking, even though
Well,
the
you. Oh, sorry, Mr. Bole. Sorry. Go ahead. Are you done?
no, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Mr. Balde, I'm sorry to say, but I don't think anybody who knows me would expect me to be speaking in favor of ECOWAS. I am not a fan of ECOWAS.
Why?
No.
Why?
Because for me, that's my personal opinion. I believe that most of these organizations printing machines of resolutions, and then they are just a hub of a job market for professionals within our sub-region. That's the way I see ECOWAS. I reserve the right to say that because that's my opinion. So ECOWAS will not be the yardstick I will use to say that this is going to happen or not. Okay, let's come back to experience now. I'm not saying ECOWAS will not do it. I'm not saying that they cannot do it. I'm saying that I, Essa Bokar Sy, have got through experiences that I've observed in ECOWAS. I am not a fan of ECOWAS. Don't I have the right to say that?
Why not?
Exactly. Now, when it comes to experience. Now, experience, English say, is the best teacher. Isen Abre was out, and then it's after 25 years that he was jailed. The procedure went on for 25 years.
That was then.
Is that not long?
That was then, in the 80s. And then coming down to
No. Isen Abre was not out of power in the 80s. He was out around 92. And Isen Abre was jailed not more than 6 or 5 years ago, and he died after.
Mm.
He was tried in Dakar.
Mm. How long?
Okay, it is not Ecowas. That is not Ecowas. That is not Ecowas, but I'm just giving you that it's an experience of African leadership. And I have also given you an account of Laurent Gbagbo and Blair Goudé. You see, it is not a question of saying things that will please people. We are professionals. Let us analyze things factually. Yeah.
How long? Now we're trying to compare them. But I mean, sometimes some issues are taken on precedent, but there are sometimes also certain things cannot be connected or compatible. They are really different ball games. But anyway, like you said, you are not a fan.
Mr. Balde, I would allow my interview to end that way because I'm not comparing anything. You asked me to analyze his analysis are based on association of variables. That's what I'm saying. I'm not comparing anybody with anybody. I'm saying that you asked me about his audio. I said, if I were Yahya Jammeh, I would not release that audio when there's a court case looming above my head. But I am not Yahya Jammeh, and Yahya Jammeh is not me.
That's right.
Okay, his reasoning is different from my reasoning. Okay. Maybe what will scare Essa does not scare Yahya. Whether what Yahya cares about, Essa doesn't care about. But what Essa cares about, Yahya would say, I don't care. That is him. But I say, if I were him, I would not do that video because it is not going to help anybody who has a case looming above you to do things that will be added as credible evidence. Experience has taught us also that Isen Abre was from the 90s to the 2000s. 25 years down the line is when he was found guilty and then jailed. Later on, he died. Blair Goudé and Laurent Gbagbo were taken to The Hague, but Laurent Gbagbo came back today and is going to stand for election. Blair Goudé is back in Ivory Coast. I said in the beginning, it is what drives me is the reflective consciousness of the existence of Allah in me. It is only Allah who can know if Yahya Jammeh will come back or not come back, will be welcome or not welcome. Essa cannot know it. But my analysis are based on these things that I showed you. They happen in other parts. I'm not comparing them.
Okay.
I'm associating the variable to show you.
So now, what is your mission, Mr. C, about?
My mission, what do you tell me to? Let me tell you one thing. My mission is to remain a concerned citizen. And then I have a lot of work to do here because I'm assigned some job to do. And then these are very intense projects. Okay, the other side, my participation in politics. Let me make it quite clear, Mr. Balde. I, Essa Bokar Sy, any day I decide to form a political party, I am not going to whisper, I'm not going to murmur, I'm not going to hide behind curtains. I will come and tell them that I've registered a political party and this is his name, and I'm going to launch it in this city or in this village, and then I'll come and tell the incumbent that I'm facing you, and if I face you, I will win. This is me.
Because, I mean, it's still not direct. Do you want to launch a political party?
It is direct. I don't know how direct you want me to be. I said any day I want to do it. I will not hide. I will not whisper. I will not murmur. I will not come behind curtains. Wait for me, Mr. Balde. You will hear from me.
So are you going to do it now? Because that is...
I will not tell you yes or no, but all I know is that Mr. Balde, wallahi, I am not that type who hides behind curtains to say what I want to say or do what I want to do. I will come out and tell you exactly. And let me make it clear. I, Essa Bokar Sy, I believe if I were to come former party be there to contest, I will win. So I tell you that.
But how confident are you? I mean, because you must
Maudo,
enjoy the grassroots support and the fact that
yeah, that's what you think. How many years have I been in the Gambia?
well, I don't know. Because
I have been there 2018 to 2024. Was I not born there?
Yeah, but I don't know
No,
you.
no, I'm coming. You are talking about grassroots. I know you're a journalist. I respect you. I know you're very good at what you do. And I know you are so smart. You want to make me say this, and I will not do that. Balde, Acham, leave me.
But a lot of
Okay,
people.
but you know
No,
what? To
but
be
Mr.
honest
C,
with you,
but
I
Mr.
am
C.
content. Look, I'm not content. Let me make you happy here. Not to
Okay.
make you happy, but let me be honest.
Yes,
I am working towards that.
building a political party.
Not only a political party. I may just come and say, look, I am there, and then I want to be there, and then I want to throw my weight with this particular, not the incumbent.
Yes. So yeah, finally, now what is the way forward for the Gambia beyond 2026? What do you see?
Well,
Because you've written in
well,
your let me again refer you on your Facebook page that you think that in your piece you are writing about the issue of voter inducement, giving money to voters. That you think that 2026, that some people will be disappointed.
yeah, when I write, I provoke thought.
So that was fun.
I provoke thought. I provoke thinking. I'm not maligning anybody. I am not saying anything. It's just like when you go to Juma, the Imam will do khutbah. If you're on the right track, you think he's talking to you. If you're on the wrong track, you think he's talking to you. That's the way I write. People are saying it, not as I said it. People say there are people using money. I never said this party does that. It is done in Senegal. It is done in Gambia. It is done in any other country. I am talking to people on the ground and elsewhere that if anybody believes that money will make you win the election, Mr. Balde, let me tell you one thing before I go. Not to disrespect the Gambia, but if it is about rich money, no, you don't have rich people in Gambia.
I don't know what context you're referring to. There are rich.
What I am the context I'm referring to is what you are asking me. You are my answers are back to your question. I said, if it is about money, only money to go around flexing your muscle, I have money, I can induce voters. There are not rich people in the Gambia.
Well, I disagree with you.
Okay, no problem. Well, you disagree with me, but my context is this. The people that induce the money, like if it exists, if some people are doing it, there are people today who are inside the Gambia today. Before they joined politics, were they rich?
No.
Were they able to sponsor 100 voters by giving them each voter $100,000? Were they?
No.
If it is about money, that's also illegal. That's why I said there are no rich people in the Gambia, Mr. Balde. We all know these so-called business people running around. If the government does not give them projects, they cannot do anything.